$1,000, baby step one. Baby step two is the debt snowball. Pay off all your debt except your home in baby step two using the debt snowball. See, your largest wealth building tool is your income. And when you give your income to other people called banks, they have nicer furniture and bigger buildings than you have. You think Santa Claus built those buildings? You did. You gave all of your sweat to someone else for a couch, for a car, for a swimming pool you couldn't afford. We know you couldn't afford it because you didn't pay for it. And it's easy payments. Whoever had any easy payments? This is nuts, y'all. You will never win with money as long as you struggle with debt, as long as you justify and rationalize and you normalize the use of debt. When you don't have any payments, breathe that in, no payments. I can't even fathom the sense of freedom, the sense of release. That's so much freaking money. And when you start putting it into investments instead of into payments, it turns into a lot of money for you, and for you to be generous, and for you to change your family tree, and for you to live life large and enjoy things. But living without debt, our culture has so normalized it and rationalized it that people will think you're weird if you don't borrow money, because you will be. Normal is broke. Normal is living paycheck to paycheck. Work your whole life like a rat in a wheel and come to retirement and go, I sure hope the government, which is well known for its ability to handle money, will take care of me. Well, that's dumber than a rock. And we got a whole culture doing this. It's past time for a renaissance in the art of personal finance. It's time. It's time. To live without debt in a culture that has normalized this requires a whole new way of looking at things. Let me tell you how you get a new way of looking at things. You do what you're doing tonight. You get new information you didn't have. You ever read a book or read the Bible, or you went to a course on marriage, or you did whatever, and you got a new way of looking at things and it changed everything? In learning, we call that a paradigm shift. It was a big thing back in the 80s. Everybody, let's have a paradigm shift. But all that is your paradigm is your way of looking at things, and the way you're looking at them now got you where you are, so we need to change that. Let's have a different way of looking at things. And that's learning. That's all it is. Let me show you a visual paradigm as an example. You will learn in the next few moments. Watch. All the female voices that were about to go protest because you put punctuation on something that I didn't. Isn't that great? Well, for those of you that don't know, I hope you're this for the drive home. The correct answer is the last one, okay? But isn't it interesting that you, depending on how you punctuate that, the meaning of the sentence completely changes. 180s, completely changes. And yet, some of you with no punctuation punctuated it one way or the other. Now you've seen both, you've learned. You will never again see that sentence and be tricked by that. It's now stored in your hard drive. And so you have learned there's a new way of looking at things. Oh, did you hear it go through here? Oh, that was kind of a female relaxing. I don't have to kill him. It was like, that's kind of what was coming out. Y'all were ready to shoot me. And I didn't do it. You did it. Isn't that fun? And so you get a different way of looking at things by punctuating it properly, and you get the right answer at the last. Here's another one. Look at this one. The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. We get out of school with a student loan. Most of us got a free t-shirt and got some credit cards while we were on campus. Changed our financial life. We got home and got our first big boy job, big girl job, and Sharon was driving a 1902 Pinto. You remember those cars that used to explode? I got all embarrassed and went and bought her a car that I wanted. You didn't hear that, did you? How many of you guys ever bought your wife a car you wanted? Yeah. I'm sure she'll like it. It's a hot rod, but I'm sure she'll like it. Yeah. And then, of course, you've been married for 20 minutes, and everybody's like, get a house, get a house, get a house, get a house. You got to get a house. If you don't get a house, you're going to be a renter, and renters go to hell. You can't be a renter. Oh, buy a house, buy a house. And so broke people go buy houses. And if enough broke people buy houses at one time and the government helps and causes mortgage companies to completely lose their mind, you could like turn the whole economy upside down. Anybody old enough to remember 2008? And so we have couples that come in our office that look like this every day. They're like, Dave, can you get me out? I'm like, yeah, it's gonna hurt. We're gonna have to amputate the Tahoe. You mean I gotta sell my car? Uh-huh. You owe $52,000 on it and you make 26. You're harsh. Nope. I am loving telling you this. Sharon and I figured out that this is the truth. We had a paradigm shift. We said we don't borrow money anymore. You don't borrow money? Nope, don't borrow money. You know what you can do when you don't have any payments? Anything you want. Think about it. Just take a couple of car payments and start multiplying. My car payment in America today, the average car payment is $506 over 84 months, according to the National Auto Dealers Association. Invest $506 from age 30 to age 65 in a decent growth stock mutual fund. You'll have $5.6 million in your 401k. Hope you like the car. This is the power of debt. It steals your economic muscle and deposits it in someone else's account after you worked your butt off. It's got to stop. And when we quit giving our money away to other people, the only money we give away now is charity and ministries and generosity and dadgum taxes. And that's all we do. And so I only got one thing to be mad about every year: taxes. I'm not mad at the bank because the bank doesn't come to my office except to try to figure out how to get our millions of dollars of deposits. And so I went from hillbilly to dealing with Beverly Hillbillies and Mr. Drysdale, right? Dave, we want your business. No, I don't really want to. I don't even like bankers. If you're a banker, I love you, but I don't really like you. I just, ooh. And Dave, everybody, you have to have a credit card. If you don't have a credit card, really? That's my wallet. Got green presidents' faces. 4 pieces of plastic. A debit card on my business, a debit card on my personal account, my driver's license, and my handgun carry permit. Oh, there's still rednecks in South Carolina, huh? I was in California the other day and I said that I about got arrested. Good to be back in America, but oh my gosh. Oh, we're just playing with you people in California watching on the stream. We love you. Just stay over there, okay? But, well, Dave, everybody's got a car payment. Oh boy, everybody calls me on the show with a car payment question. Dave, what about my car? What about my car payment? Old boy called me from Texas and he's like, Dave, you're gonna kill me. I'm not gonna kill you. You're in Texas. I'm in Tennessee. How am I gonna kill you? What did you do? My truck payment. How much is your truck payment? $769. You're kidding me. This is a fine truck. He goes, no, Dave, it's a fine truck, but it's killing me. I said, I think. How much is your house payment? He said, well, we live in a double wide. It's $550. Dude, if your truck payment's bigger than your house payment, you might be a redneck. Okay. It's amazing what happens when you get out of debt. Dave, I need a FICO score. Why? You're going to go in debt so that you can get a score that allows you to go into debt, so that you can get a score that allows you to go into debt, so that you can get a score that allows you to go into debt. Your FICO score has nothing to do with your income or your net worth. It is not a measure of financially winning. It's a measure of how much you have played kissy face with a bank. Mathematically, the algorithm states that. Quit worshiping at the altar of the great FICO. Oh, great FICO. We bring you offerings of interest, and you give us stuff we can't afford. Thank you, oh, great FICO. Please run my score up, great FICO. And people come up to me, I have an 800 score, and I'm going, I'm so sorry. It cost you $150 grand easy in interest. There's no possible way to get one. My FICO score is 0. I don't have one. It's indeterminable, which is awesome. It's so fun. I just pay for stuff. And if I don't have the money, I don't buy it. Wow, that's deep. It works too. The Bible says a foolish man devours all he has. You spend everything you make, you're a fool. And that's a biblical fool. I didn't say you're a fool. God said you're a fool. Don't blame me. Don't spend everything you make. And don't put yourself in debt. You're a slave. And you know, the interesting thing is getting out of debt is not a math thing as much as I thought it was. I'm a math nerd. I've always been good at numbers. I can just do numbers. The numbers I do on the air when you hear the radio, sometimes I put that in a calculator, but 90% of those numbers, I'm just stirring them around in my head. I've been doing it a long time. I can do big number math real fast. I can get pretty close on most of this stuff, and I'm just kind of, okay, you did this and this, and I'm looking at the ratio of this, and I can just see stuff in numbers. It's easy for me. And so I thought if we fix the math, it would get people out of debt. So I just need to show them how to fix the math. It's not math. Because I would have a single mom making $34,000 a year that would pay off $100,000 in 4 years. And I'd have somebody making $100,000 that calls me up and they got $34,000 in debt and they're going, I'm stuck. What do you mean? I just talked to a single mom, makes a third of what you make, and she paid off more than you make. And you're stuck. What do you mean you're stuck? Hope. When you don't have hope, when you don't believe you can't do anything. Henry Ford used to say, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. The Bible says, hope deferred makes the heart sick. But when desire comes, it is the tree of life. And so I started realizing it was about what was happening inside of people's heart in their hope factor, the ratio of their hope to the problem, how much they were fired up, how much they've had an I've had it moment. When you say, I've had it, my mama used to say, the worm has turned. We didn't even know what that meant. We just knew the beatings were about to begin, right? You know? Looked it up. Finally, I found out Shakespeare said that. I knew mom knew Shakespeare, but there you go. Things you don't know about your mom when you're a kid. Oh, man. But you got to have that moment where that's it. I've had it. So I'm reading through Proverbs because there's 31 of them, and if you read one a day, you can go through them in a month, and in 12 times in a year. And if you read Proverbs over and over again, you'll have a master's degree in finance. Even if you're not a person of faith, it is the book of wisdom, okay? And there's wisdom in there, whether you agree with the source or read it. So I'm reading through there, and I always get something different. About once a year, I'll hit something, I go, whoa. And so I'm reading, and I saw the formula, because I'll think of math terms. It said, if you've signed surety, my son, which is Old English Bible talk, for gotten yourself into debt. Okay? I'm reading New King James Version. That's what I was reading right then. If you've signed surety, my son, do this. Now that's a formula, you hear it? Problem, answer to the problem, other side of those words, do this. Y'all hearing that? If you got this problem, God says, do this. And I'm like, there it is. This is how you get out of debt. This is how those people are getting out of debt. They're doing their debt-free screams, and I can't figure out how the ones that don't make as much as the ones that make are doing it. This is what they're doing. What are you doing? It says, give no sleep to your eyes, no slumber to your eyelids. Okay, I got that. Go to work. I got that. And deliver yourself like a gazelle from the hand of the hunter, a bird from the hand of the fowler. Now, I know some of you are holy people, and you're like reverent with God, but me and God just talk, and he's not scared of me. And so I'm like, I gotta do this, God. You said get out of debt. Do this, and then you give me an animal metaphor. I don't get it. Fowler? Run, gazelle? What are you talking about? I don't have any idea. So I was scanning the Discovery Channel that night, and I hit the Discovery Channel, and there were the gazelles. They were out there gazelling around. I said, I was just reading about you boys. So I stopped my scan, right? I set the changer down. What's happening? Now you know that the gazelles are not there by themselves if the Discovery Channel is there. You know someone else is on the scene. Mr. Cheetah is looking for lunch in all the right places. Now, I don't know if you know this, but gazelles have a little cheetah detector behind their ear, and when they see him or hear him, they go, cheetah, run! Because here's some actual facts. The cheetah is the fastest mammal on dry land. It can go from 0 to 67 miles an hour in 4 leaps. They have been clocked as high as running 82 miles an hour. We had to slow this down so I'd have time to talk. This is the fastest, baddest predator on the planet, and he's after lunch. He's trying to go through the drive-thru. He picked out a college student. Come here, kid. Come here, kid. Kid, you need to get you a cell phone. You better build up your FICO score. Come here, kid. I'll give you a T-shirt for that credit card. Come here, kid. Come here, kid. And God says this is how you get out of debt. You deliver yourself like a gazelle from the hand of the hunter. You want to get out of debt, you got to run. You got to put it in gear. You got to bust it like you've never busted it before. You got to run like you're running for your life. Nah. You know how long we had to look for a clip where they get away? Here's what's interesting. The Discovery Channel went on to tell us that night that in the times they've clocked these chases, and that hundreds and hundreds, even thousands of times, and the animal experts tell us this is about true, that the gazelle is only captured by the cheetah 1 in 19 times. Now here's what's interesting about that metaphor. The cheetah is faster. He's bigger. He's really scary. He's a cat. He's a dude. And yet he only wins 1 in 19 times. And I'm thinking, how does the inferior gazelle get away 18 out of 19 times? I'm thinking about it, I went, oh, motivation. Gazelle loses the chase, he dies. Cheetah loses the chase, he chases another gazelle later. No big deal. Get me a slower one next time. Right? Now, this is what the word says. Deliver yourself. Dave, you got me out of debt. I didn't ever get anybody out of debt. I showed you how and made you believe you could. Deliver yourself. The government's not coming. They're stupid. Deliver yourself. You're not going to win the lotto. Deliver yourself. Don't wait on a raise. You'll spend it anyway. Deliver yourself like you're running for your life. We call that gazelle intensity around our place. And that single mom making 34 that paid off 100, she had gazelle intensity. She was invested in not being lunch anymore. The guy making 100 that can't seem to find a way to pay off 34, he's casually wandering about the tundra, hungry. He's next. Deliver yourself like your life depends on it. That's what this says. So, how do you get out of debt? Well, number one, you quit borrowing more money. That's deep. You can't get out of a hole while you're digging out the bottom, so don't tell me about, I'm going on vacation and then I'm going to work on this. Shut up. You need to go home tonight, get your credit cards out, light a candle, and have a plastic surgery celebration. I have met with thousands of millionaires. I've never met a millionaire that said, you know, Dave, I made all my money with my airline miles. That's the biggest bunch of hogwash. And everybody's so stupid, they like trying to be sophisticated and justify, I make money on my credit cards. Please just open up Bank of America. Please just open up Chase. Please just look at Wells Fargo. Open up their credit card section in their financial statements and tell me that again. That's the dumbest butt statement I ever heard in my life. You're whipping these multi-billion-dollar corporations who have more in-depth behavior studies on you. They know more about how you're going to behave than you know. They're tracking you through all your all your moves. Google Analytics are telling them exactly who you are, what kind of freaking bottled water you buy, and you're going to outsmart them. Keep playing with snakes, bozo. You're going to get bit. That's how this works. So I got rid of mine. Capital One. What's in your wallet? Money. Wells Fargo, 24,000 employees fired for fraud. They had 24,000 employees? No, they had 100-something thousand employees. And a fourth of them were crooks. This is hard, isn't it? Bank of America. Why anybody do business with those people? Unbelievable. Citibank. Get out of here. American Distress. Gee, man. Target. That's what's on your butt. Listen, guys, come on, really. All these places take cash. All these places will let you play with your debit card. I travel all over the world. I rent cars. I stay in fine hotels. I woke up and handed my debit card, and Mr. Ramsey, we will take your money every time. Well, it's different. Yeah, it's different. Quit borrowing money if you want to get out of debt. Second one is you need to save money. Baby step one's $1,000. Everybody say $1,000. Pay yourself first. Start with $1,000. That's baby step one, and then we're going to work our way into saving afterwards. The next one is sell some stuff. Sell so much stuff the kids think they're next. Name the dog eBay. Put the cat on Craigslist. Children are trembling. Dad, please don't sell little Johnny. We like him. You got to just quit your love affair with stuff. Godliness with contentment is a great gain. Start to relax a little bit. The striving for the acquisition of trash for next year's garage sale is unbelievable. I mean, no other culture in the world when we move has a box that says seldom used kitchen items. Only in a culture like ours, where we're just obliterated with stuff. Now, I'm not against you getting some stuff, but we're out of control, y'all. Take a part-time job. Take some overtime. My grandmother used to say there's a great place to go when you're broke. To work. You can make $1,500 a month delivering pizzas 4 nights a week. Oh, I don't know. I have a master's degree. And you're broke. I don't care if you deliver pizzas or not, but get your butt in gear. Let's do something. Sit at home and watch HBO reruns and think Bruce Willis is going to change your life. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. You got to do it. You deliver yourself. And the last one is prayer really works. Now, I don't know where you are on your faith journey or if you even realize you're on one, but I do know this, whether you know it or not, your Heavenly Father's absolutely crazy about you. He thinks you're amazing. And He's really rich. The Bible says He owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. Oh, by the way, He owns the hills. Your dad loves you, and He's really rich, and you're in debt. Phone home, E.T. Check in. Well, I don't know if I could pray or not. He's probably mad at me. You don't know about all the stuff I did. He's not mad at you. Sometimes you make him laugh. I mean, you know, think about it. How many of y'all got enough kids that you got a stupid one? Don't raise your hand if you're sitting with them. I mean, think about your Heavenly Father. He's got some stupid children. I mean, he looked down there at me when I was doing all that stuff. He said, hey, Gabriel, come here, watch that one. Ooh, that's going to leave a mark. It did. It changed my life. He's crazy about you. And if you just start talking to Him, that's called prayer, and you start having a real conversation with Him, His love letter says that He's going to throw a party, put a gold ring on your finger, a new suit of clothes on you, and serve filet mignon at the party. It's in there. Look it up. It's called the prodigal son. And it's real. And most of us have been that at one time or another in our lives. So check in. It works. Now, we're going to be on baby step one. We're not investing anywhere. We're squeezing every dollar out of our budget. We're building up all the money we can get from working extra and everything else, and we're going to start attacking our debts using the debt snowball. The debt snowball is where you list your debts, smallest to largest. You pay minimum payments on everything but the little one, and you attack the little one with that gazelle intensity. You attack it as fast as you can and as hard as you can, regardless of the interest rate. Well, Dave, wouldn't it be mathematically correct to pay off the highest interest rate first? Yes, it would, but if we were doing math, we wouldn't have credit card debt. This is not a math problem. This is a behavior problem and a paradigm problem, and you solve those problems with paradigm and behavior solutions, not math solutions. Consequently, millions and millions and millions of people have gotten out of debt using this, and all the other crap you read about on the internet added together doesn't even add up to a tenth of what we've been able to do using this simple idea, because when you pay off a little debt, you go, whoa! Then you pay off another one, and you're like, yeah! And you pay off another one, yeah, baby, right? The more you pay off, the more excited you get, and the more excited you get, you start to believe. Your hope goes up. As your hope goes up, you sacrifice even deeper, you cut deeper. The more you cut, the more you work, the faster you get out. And as soon as you pay off one of those debts, take all the payments from that, pay the next one down. And then all the money that's freed up from that, you pay it on the next one down, and everything else we can find. And then you pay it on the next one, then you pay it on the next one, and the snowball rolls down the hill. And that's how it's done, you guys. Your largest wealth building tool is your income. For years, decades, we at Ramsey have been teaching people how to handle money and how to win with it. We've had millions of people use this and change their family tree. Over 6 million of them have been through Financial Peace University. In the last 36 months, we have backed up and looked at the way we're doing this and are really thinking it through. It's a pretty incredible time in our organization. We've got all these data points, we've got all this experience, we've got all this proof text in the market, and we're starting to look at it, and we've realized that simply teaching people and walking them through the 9-week class, Financial Peace University, wasn't enough. Oh, we have had incredible results with that, but it isn't enough. And so we've been really working hard to design a way for you to go further and faster than ever before doing the stuff we teach. And we've got this so polished and so dialed in. We're living out this plan goes into high gear. And so we've rebuilt the Financial Peace membership. Now, membership has everything that you're going to need to win with money in one place. Of course, the Financial Peace membership includes the 9-week class, Financial Peace University. Everybody knows about that a lot. How many of you have already been through the class? Awesome, okay? And it's incredible. It has amazing results. But when you go out the back of that class, unless you turn around and be a coordinator, you can run out of steam. Because you kind of drift off out of the stuff, right? And so we've been observing this. And so the Financial Peace membership includes access to Financial Peace. We also put in there Every Dollar Plus, which is the connectivity to your bank in the Every Dollar app. And that means you put your bank in there, and every time you use your debit card, it shows up right there in your budget. And so you can keep up with your budget faster, easier, quicker, and you're more likely to do it. And the more you do your budget, the more you stay on track executing the details of this project, which is called wealth building. Each of those we used to charge over $100 for. We're including both of them in this now, and the whole thing is a deal. Now, it also includes bonus courses like the Legacy Journey, which is the follow-up class to Financial Peace University that a whole bunch of you have not been through yet. It's in there. Smart Money, Smart Kids, which is a class taught by my daughter, #1 best-selling author 2 times, Rachel Cruz. The first one was called Smart Money, Smart Kids, where she and I talked about how we taught our kids how to handle money. For you parents, how to break the chains off of your generation. Teach your kids how to handle money. Then we put in there the community, and you get on here with the community. Our online community is a village, and they are hardcore. I mean, it's like they're meaner than I am. They will. You get in there, they're just going to do this stuff, man. Because we want everybody to win. It's all positive peer pressure, lifting you to where you want to go. It changes everything. We put our toolkit in there. There's all kinds of goodies in there. We'll talk about some more of those through the night. But I mean, there's all kinds of stuff we're adding all the time. And you've got access to the Ramsey coaches as well. All of this is in one pile, and you can't beat this. This is going to speed up the effect of Financial Peace University and extend it. That's the key part. The last part's important. Extend it past 9 weeks. That's very, very important. So we can stay with you and keep working with you and keep feeding things. And for tonight, we're going to add in 1 book free. And so you get Financial Peace membership and 1 book free. This bundle's normally $129 plus the book, which is another $20. So that's about a $140 bundle, usually $149 bundle. And tonight, of course, it's $99. Always a seminar special, right? That's how we do stuff, right? So we do that. Now, here's what's interesting. One of the other things you get when you get membership is you get live streaming, like we're streaming this all over the world right now. And people paid, some of you at home paid to watch this stream. And if you're a member, you don't pay. You just go into your membership and you can watch anything streaming. So like Valentine's Day coming up, Rachel Cruz and Les Parrott will be doing the Money and Marriage event in Nashville. If you want to come to Nashville, it's not yet sold out. But if you don't want to come to Nashville, it will be streamed to Financial Peace members free. When we do another event, it'll be streamed free. We do this event, streamed free. So several times a year, we're going to give you other new stuff. So as we're developing new material and talking about different things, like Hogan does a millionaire, would y'all like to watch Hogan do a whole millionaire thing? We would stream that and put it in there as a membership thing. That's pretty stinking cool. So it's neat out there, guys. So run out there and see guys in the yellow shirts at the Financial Peace booth. And those of you at home, you can jump online and find out everything you need to about it. We'll tell you more about that in a minute. But guys, this is the best time ever because we've taken all of our experience now and have put it into a way to help you go further and help you go faster. For 9 weeks, we had it dialed in. For decades, we've had 6 million people do the 9-week thing. We have that dialed in. But now we're dialing in the rest of it, and we can help you walk through it with the Every Dollar app and the communities and the coaches and take you further and take you faster through this. And so we want to help you. It's why we exist. We want you guys to win. And so those of you that are already have gone through Financial Peace University, you need to understand that is just one little part of this, right? And so you get the Every Dollar Plus, you get in there, you get some of the streaming, and you get some of the millionaire data stuff when it's coming out. You get in here and you keep going with us, and we're going to get you back up, get you running again. You baby step 4 people, you baby step 5 people, that kind of stuff, and take you on out. So you need to look at this membership, even if you've been through Financial Peace University, because this is not Financial Peace University. It's just part of the picture now. Everybody understand that? Say yes. All right, very good. Cool times. And I got to tell you, the results, the stuff we've been able to film with people, absolutely incredible. Y'all watch this.
Most stories that have a happy ending don't feel like it along the way.
We borrowed for everything. Want a new couch? Go finance it. Want a new TV? Go finance it. Want a new car? Go finance it.
My whole philosophy was credit cards. I'll just work another week. Swipe the card.
Everything kind of started to crash.
We started to see our marriage drop away.
I personally owed $750,000 in debt. I was totally hopeless.
You need to decide if you want to be wealthy or if you want to look wealthy.
When somebody told me about FPU, I grabbed hold of it like a life preserver.
It gave me hope that we could make our marriage work.
Knowing where your money's going is a huge life changer.
Nobody owns me anymore. Nobody.
It just opened up communication big time.
All of a sudden, we were back together on a crusade.
We changed our family tree.
I'm here to do my debt-free scream.
How much have you paid off?
$456,000.
$89,000.
$120,000.
$394,000.
3, 2, 1.
Now that we became debt-free, it opened up this whole new world of giving.
The peace and financial peace actually comes from outrageous generosity.
Being able to give is the very best part of having wealth.
If you will live like no one else, later you can live and give like no one else.
Man, it is amazing.